Hey, what's going on? It's time to roll out once again, riding with the goat. We just got done with our first stop here at Walmart in Logan. And, you know, I've been trying to do these vlogs where I show that kind of get different parts of the area that we drive to. I'll be doing another vlog later on this afternoon going the opposite way of what we came when we went through Montana the other day. Just to give you all a different perspective. So, ooh, she don't like that. Logan is a small little town, not too far away from Brigham City.
Now turn right.
And it's early Sunday morning. It's about 10 o'clock. Well, that's not necessarily not early. Why are you going in here, lady? No need for you to be going in the Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. So Vic, where have you been? What have you been up to?
In 800 feet, right onto East 1400 North.
Since the truck broke down, the other truck broke down. We've moved into this truck, our loader truck, which I love this truck. This truck is such a good truck. But we moved into this truck.
Now turn right.
And now we've been really busy. Of course, you only got one stream last week, and I'm sorry about that. I truly am. Maybe I'll do a double feature Tuesday. Maybe I'll do Run Around with Dave and Ludi Tuesday morning to afternoon, and then come back later with some retro video rewind. I'm loving that game, and that's gonna be one of the games that's mainstay to the channel for a bit. But real life comes first, and you gotta understand this. Real life comes first.
In 1/4 of a mile, turn right onto North Main Street.
Real life comes first. That means real life comes first. I don't think I need to say it any other way. You get to the things when you can get to them. And, you know, there are people out there that don't tend to really understand that too well. They get mad if you're not putting out a video every other day.
Now turn right.
I'm not worried about those people. Those people, I'm not worried about.
Follow the road for 26 miles.
Because when it's all said and done, it's my channel. Not to put a negative on that, you know. I don't want to be negative here. there's a lot of people being negative about this or that or the other thing. Let's not be negative. Real, but not negative. Fact of the matter is, I have been incredibly busy. You got the stream with me, Ludi, and Dave. Unfortunately, I had to have Shuggy work out a few issues with me. So Shuggy was inadvertently a part of that stream. And Shuggy, I appreciate you, man. That was really cool. Thank you so much. Amanda Amazing was there leading on the chat. Got it worked out. And once we got it worked out, everything went swimmingly. I said it during the stream, I'm going to say it again. You, as a streamer, you are going to have times where things are not working the way they are supposed to work, and this is true for anybody starting out as a streamer. You're gonna have times where things don't work. Me, I'm a tech caveman, meaning I am 100 years behind everybody else when it comes to technology. So I look at things and I go, why isn't it working? And then I scratch my head with my little club and so on and so forth. Don't give up. It's frustrating. It's hellish. Especially when you're in a group of people trying to stream. You know, and they're out there having fun, and then you're trying to fix your technical issues. And it's just, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. At a map, it says Rockies. Later on, we'll be out there, you know, tail end of Yellowstone National Park. Yeah, like I said, we've been busy, and you know, 2 streams the week before last, and stream last week. followed by very little in the way of content. But it's little in the way of content because been busy. This is a little town of Spencer, I believe. Spencer, Utah. So there is going to be Planet Crafter this week. And maybe if the wife doesn't mind, I gotta run it by her first. I'll do a retro rewind later on that evening, that afternoon/evening. I like that game. That game is fun. It's fulfilling too. Now, Nancy, she'll go in. I guarantee you, she will have all of the duplicate movies next to each other. Of course, you got your adult movies. Hey, every video store have the back room, man. If you know, you know. If you were there, you were there, you know. Heck, they closed the last video store in our neck of the woods shortly before we moved out to Phoenix. Family Video. They were doing DVDs, Blu-ray. Now up on the left, you're going to see a blue and white building. That is kind of like a famous place. It is a mercantile. It's an actual mercantile. Smithfield Implement Company. We've driven by it a couple of times. Unfortunately, without a four-wheeled vehicle of our own, we're kind of limited on where we can go, and this is like out of our, we can only go so far, and this is out of that reach. Before I started driving dedicated, we actually delivered out here valley on inside of a mountain range. We are literally surrounded by mountains on all four sides. Like I said, I want to give you guys the opposite way of where we came from last time, because that's just a beautiful drive. That's one thing I can say about out here. Everything is just so devastatingly beautiful. I say devastatingly because with all this land, and there's very little land for sale, I'd love to have a piece of just 10 acres, just 10 acres of land. You know, what would I do with 10 acres of land? Well, I'd build a house. Some kind of house, anyway. I'd probably have a garden where I grew vegetables and whatnot. I've never grown vegetables to my recollection. I mean, of course, I had corn seeds when I was in like grade school. My grandmother and grandfather basically grew those watermelon seeds, stuff like that. I didn't take care of them. Smithfield that you buy at your grocery stores if you have Smithfield. I'm not sure what this little town's called. looks like it was an old apartment building. I don't know, would you take an old building and recondition it? Fix it up and live in it? I think I probably would if the price was right. I don't know how much I'd pay for something like that though. Because a lot of times you're just paying for the land, you're not paying for the building on the land. So that building might be worthless, but you're still paying $100,000, $200,000 for the land. But I try to fix it up. I've delivered out here to the left before. And that was before I had ever started driving for the dedicated route that I drive now. And yeah, it was kind of confusing to get into this place, let me tell you. Basically what we did was more like a trailer swap. We had a loaded trailer and we picked up an empty trailer. It's Nipple Mountain. They've got a mountain out in North Carolina they call Nipple Mountain. They've got their own version of it out here. It's off to the left. But the way I've got the camera zoomed back, it doesn't look as big as it looks to me. trying to pass me on the right, you should never pass a semi-truck on the right. Because you never know if that semi-truck is going to get over, and he might not see you. Especially if you ain't got your little headlights on. Aha, Idaho! They got the watercraft inspection up, but whether or not the actual weigh station's open, you will only know when we get there, because I don't think it's a drive-wise stop. The watercraft inspection's open. Nope, the weigh station is closed. I say again, the weigh station's closed. Welcome to Franklin, Idaho. You want to know something? I think there's a little house on top of that. Yep, someone got them a little house on top of Nipple Mountain. I've never noticed that before. That'd be neat. Probably be hell on earth trying to get out if it snowed. Hey dude, last winter was kind of weird because we didn't get a lot of snow. We got more snow the winter before last. A lot of hot springs and such out here, and you'll see them in the wintertime. You'll see people in their swimming suits going into the hot springs. Going from their car and into the building in their swimming suits. Middle winter. think it's important to have rules that are set up that are fair and balanced. And I'm going to run these rules kind of by you right now, and then post them on Discord later. And I don't want anybody to get their feelings hurt, although there's probably going to be some feelings hurt. Can't please everybody. Some people might be okay with the rules that I'm getting ready to introduce, and that's fine too, you know. Actually, that's great. But when I first started the channel, I started just adding mods, just to add mods. And then I used the mods, adding a moderator to the channel as VIP treatment, you know. They could do all the moderator stuff if they wanted to, but I wasn't requiring them to mod. And I really gave those positions out to people that were constantly coming to the channel. Now, Ben and Alicia, they come to the channel. They take time out to come to the channel. They've got their own thing going on, and that's cool, you know. That's really cool. But you know, number one, at least come to my streams, you know, couple times a month. You know, lately I haven't been streaming that much, which has kind of hurt me in the algorithms, but that's my own affair. That's my fault. You know, I had all that upward momentum when I was streaming 3 or 4 times a week. Once a month, show up at the stream once a month. Let me know that you care enough about the channel that you want to mod, you know. And I shouldn't say it like that. It's not. I don't think it's because you don't care about the channel. Most of the time, it's people have other things that they're doing. And when I stream, it might not be convenient for them to peel away and come watch it. You know. But at least show up to a stream. A stream. Z does. She comes by at least once a month. Ben and Alicia have been mods for my channel since I rebranded my channel to Victus Videos. Number 2 rule of being a moderator for my channel. This is going to be the important one. This is going to be the one that might butt hurt some people. You have to be a content creator of some kind. Alright? excluding Nancy. Nancy's a moderator because she's my wife. She's got the same access to my channel that I have. And that's out of, if anything happens to me, she's able to let people know something happened to me, you know. That's out of necessity. That's just the way it is. But if you don't create content, I can't use you as a mod. I'm sorry. That's just the way things are going to have to be.
Left toward US 91.
This is kind of important. This is kind of one of those important, you know, either understand it and deal with it, or you don't understand it at all and you get butthurt by it.
Now keep left. Follow the road for 33 miles.
I'm not here to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not here to make anybody mad. But my channel, I want moderators that know what's going on. You know, that know the tech ins and outs behind what's going on. Not that I don't appreciate the 3 or 4 mods that I have that don't do content. Alright? I do appreciate you. I love you very much. But this is going to be for the betterment of the channel. Some of you haven't been able to stop by to see the videos. Some of you will out of clear blue say, hey, that was a great stream the other day. Oh, thank you very much. But at this point, I need my moderators to kind of be active, or as active as they can be. Lately, you guys have been, and those are the only 2 rules for the mods, being a moderator on my channel. Most moderator rules are pretty self-explanatory. Protect the channel. You know, you see any hanky-panky going on, yeah, you've got permission to stomp me butt. Hammer is yours. show up at least once, you know, per month. And the other is you have to be a content creator. Now lately I've been hearing Ludi, Dave, and myself throw out Rebel Crew. Rebel Crew. Now, I don't know about Dave or Ludi. To me, Rebel Crew, anybody who wants to can be Rebel Crew. Alright. Anybody who wants to can be part of the Rebel Crew. Rebel Crew started over a situation that brought us together. And, you know, there's no membership. There's no membership fee. It's doing. It's basically doing things your way. Things your way. Quite often in this world of streaming, play shooter games, you're supposed to play shooter games all the time. Or if you play cozy games, you're supposed to play cozy games all the time. Or if you play this type of game, or if you play Stardew, you should only play Stardew, you know? No. The reason I variate my games is I don't want to get stuck in a trap of this is the only game I can play. You know, I can't play anything else. This is the only game I can play. And I kind of got into a little argument with somebody over this a few months ago. You know, I said I wanted to do PUBG, and they said, no, you shouldn't do PUBG. I said, why not? Because you won't. People who play shooter games don't pay attention to their chats. And it's weird to me because most of the people that I see playing the shooter games do pay attention to chats. They might not respond to you right away. Just remember, if you would be busy in real life doing what you're doing in the video game, talking to chat, or would you be communicating with the people that you're playing with? You know, and those people are not ignoring you. They're just in the middle of something. Give them a few minutes, and they'll get with you as soon as they can get with you. I'm starting to get into a lot of the shooters I've been playing. I like sim games. And I like games that where you can actually accomplish something. I really dig that. far too often you've got people, oh no, don't play that. The problem that I started seeing with 5M is there were only people that were watching me play 5M. Anything else that I was doing at that point in time, they weren't interested in all, just the 5M stuff. Alright. Had my computer not crashed when I was trying to do 5M material, I probably would have stopped doing 5M material anyway. Because I don't want to just be one type of game or one type of content. Rebel, you know. I know the algorithm doesn't like that, but the algorithm can kiss my ass. Rebel. Back to more regular content. I gotta wait for it to slow down a little bit. You probably will get 1 or 2 streams a week until I get my my new computer. Basically what's wrong with my computer is the HDMI in the back is busted, which means my monitor's not getting a good my secondary monitor's not getting a good connection, which, you know, kind of sucks when you're trying to check your chat, your monitor keeps blinking on and off and on and off and on and off. It's a bit much. my cell phone. Be my secondary monitor. What do they say? It's a process, right? They say it's a process. It is a process. And you become better at it every time. You do become better at it every time. Dreaming ain't easy, that's for sure. Notice how close those mountains have gotten. And we're going to be starting to go down in elevation here soon. When I say down in elevation, I mean way down in elevation. Tracks are still active, but I don't see a lot of trains. I think they mostly come through here during the harvest months, because there are a lot of grain elevators out here, especially next to these tracks. Got all your co-op type places out here. Speaking of, get ready to slow down here because it drops quite a bit. Okay, 55. I thought it dropped down to 45. Good old farmland, you know. Swan Lake. Where's the swans? Where's the lake? A lot of lakes here in Utah have disappeared. Alright. They don't get the yearly snowfall that they used to get. Used to get a lot of snowfall. during the wintertime, and that melt off would keep refilling lakes. Well, you know, like most places out here on the West Coast, the lack of precipitation has created the dilemma for these little lakes and streams, so they don't have water in them anymore. And most of them have just dried up, died off. Yuba is like that. Yuba used to be one of those big lakes. If you drive down to the where it says Yuba Reservoir, there's nothing there. Not even a mud pit, unless it rains. Drying up. I love doing these trucking vlogs. You know, sometimes I might say a lot, sometimes I might not say much of anything. Sometimes I'll say a lot of nothing. That's okay. I do have a lot of squirrel moments though, where I'll sit there and I'll be talking about one thing and then go off into a completely, entirely different subject. And then I'll get back to the original subject and not even remember what I said about the original subject. Right up there, that's where I'd want my house. If some farmer didn't already own that piece of land, that up there, right in the middle of those two rock features, that's where I'd want my house. Right up there. They don't build houses for just two people. Ever notice that? They build these huge giant mansions. You know, what do two people need with a 3-bedroom house with 3 bathrooms and a super huge kitchen? You don't even need a super huge kitchen anymore. You can get small appliances for about 140, 150, sometimes even $200 that replaces everything that you use in your kitchen in normal days. Under normal circumstances. We love our little ninja products. Quite happy with Ninja. We'd have this whole truck filled with Ninja products if we could get it. But we pretty much have it filled up with Ninja products. About playing with Suno tonight because you can add your singing voice, your lovely singing voice, to the Suno library, which means even though it's AI, it's still you singing. I actually like that. I've said sauna for years, but it's sauna. And the Finnish should know how it's pronounced, considering that's where it came from. does watch for stock. If you hit a cow on this road, does that mean the stock market has crashed? You're entering Downey. Population 51 people. We'll be getting ready to end this video here real soon. Little piece of Americana for y'all to see and witness, and I'm so glad to have y'all here on this journey. Flags West is back out that way. Just a beautiful little ride out in the countryside on a Sunday morning. Sure has been fun. As with everything, this video has to come to an end. So I thank you all for tuning in. If you made it this far and you like what you see, please consider giving a like and a thumbs up. And we'll see you again. May your dreams bring you fortune. May love